Alright, this is going to be a tutorial for a beginner route, one out of 3 routes I made in a speedrun.com guide, which should help getting into the currently named any % no menu glitches speedrun for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So, this is the first route out of 3 routes, and there's a link in the description where you can find the speedrun.com guide with more info before you probably should watch this video. This is just a route guide, so it should just basically show the route called Early Sentry, where you get sentry early so you can do sentry jumps as early as possible. As well, if you have any questions, please join the Ori Discord. The Ori Speedrun Discord is also a link in the description. And ask any questions there, because if anything is outdated or whatever, there will be people who are up to date and know the new stuff. So go there and ask if you're not sure with anything. For this run, I have this video, which is just the route explained by me with a little tips and tricks, and basically just showing the route how this would work. There are extra videos in the description linked for every bigger trick you need to learn, so make sure to look at them once I come to the tricks in this run. Alright, let's start. You play on easy difficulty, and right in the beginning you wanna press escape, skip the prologue, and after the prologue there is a cutscene, so you wanna quit the menu and instantly join the file again. Then we make our way to the right, get the first spirit light, and we're gonna make our way to torch. Make sure this branch doesn't fall down, so jump so you can get the spirit light, then fall down here. And then we get another spirit light over here, and go over to torch now, which is lying down here. And with torch we are going to want to get a keystone, or the 2 keystones to get to Owl. So we have to go over here. Can make this jump without taking damage, as well as this one, like this. Then we wanna go over, kill the slime before here. This is gonna be the first torch hover over this over to this ledge. And what you wanna do, there's a setup. If you look closely, there's a line on the ground where my mouse is right now. You wanna jump right there and do a full jump against this wall. Then you always get the right height. So I full jump there. Now I bonked my head a little bit, but there I go and got the height. Then I just hold up and do a hover. So hold up and left and press F torch. And not get fucked up by the slime. Okay. Then, this next jump can be pretty difficult. Sadly, you have to do it in this route, because you can't lose torch in this route. We need it for getting sentry. The setup I use here would be to jump at the last, at the end of this branch, do a full jump, and try to get an instantly buffered full jump from the wall again too. And then jump to the right and try to get enough height. It's really hard though. This will be an early game crusher. This will take some time to get used to get right. I can't really do it too, like you can see. And at the end you always want to make a torch hover, so you can get a wall jump off of this to get the keystone. Then you want to go back and do a little damage boost here. Not die preferably. Though if you die, the slime respawns, which is a little bit annoying, but it doesn't matter really. You can just walk off of this, which is pretty funny. Then we got another spirit light here. You could also get this before, but I like getting this after this because the keystone is like a rather hard jump, and if you want to reset because you fail for like a minute and you can't do it, then you don't have to waste more time getting there in the first place. Okay, and now we don't go to Owl instantly with Torch. We want to get Sentry, and this is what makes this route be called Early Sentry. And we want to make a Torch hover over to this wall. So what I do, I jump at this stone, and then do a little Torch hover. You really have to make sure that you only use the torch when you're at the apex of your jump. Like, you're at the highest point of your jump. And then start using the up torch. The most beginners fail probably at that they hover too early and don't use the full jump height Ori has. And once you hit the wall, stop hovering and jump. Then you have to destroy this stick wall and get over here. You can skip this cutscene by pressing the menu button and pressing it again, and then the next cutscene and the thing plays. So press the menu button twice, and for this one just once, and then you're right here and you can already press buy, and then you want to buy Sentry, because that's what this route is all about, getting Sentry as early as possible. Now that you have done that, we go back to Owl and actually fight him. So just go down here, there, put in the keystones. Don't necessarily have to QTM this. There will be a timer change soon in my current time, so you will probably not QTM doors anymore. And then start the Owl fight. Make sure you lose the torch before the fight, like I did in the water. Because if you don't, you will get soft locked in the fight, because you would have 2 torches in the end. So yeah, make sure you don't do that. A little torch combo is enough to kill Owl. And then you can QTM the ending cutscene. I don't know if it will save time in the future. We currently do it, so I don't know. You will have to probably ask in the Discord if that's still a thing, which things are still QTM'd. QTM'd meaning quitting to menu and rejoining. We fall down into Owl's Den and go over here to get sword. This is a cutscene, you just have to hold right. And when you get sword, you can finally do our first Sentry jumps. Skip the cutscene once you get to the tree, and then equip sword and Sentry. I have 2 binds. I have Sentry and my sword on my keyboard next to each other, so I can press them at once to get a Sentry jump like that. So I do 1 Sentry jump to get up here. Then there is another cutscene, which you'll likely still QTM. And then make your way to double jump. On the way, collect this spirit light. We still want to get some spirit light for later. And then there's a few methods of doing this jump. One would be to jump from here, do a full combo, and then do an up slash. I didn't get it here because the leaf is a little bit down. I usually don't do it like that. What I like to do is I just jump here, do an up slash, and then jump. Then for this as well, either you can drop through and do an up slash, which is probably the faster method, but you also can just jump down, do a combo, You should be good. It's really not that hard to skip this. And then you go over here. And get double jump. Not gonna QTM it for now. I don't know if the trees will be QTM'd in the future. Again, I don't know. It's going to take longer in the guide anyways, so I'm not QTMing it here. And now, there is Sticky up here. If you want to use Sticky in this run, or not, as preference, I would say there's nothing that really requires Sticky in this run, so you can get it if you want to. But if you feel like you don't need it, you can also just take the time save and not get it. You can make this jump from here, double jump, and then get up the wall. This is pretty cool, a little time save. Then double jump over this. And getting up here as well, just with some quick jumps. And now you want to make sure you don't use any of your energy at the way up here. You want to have all your energy from after double jump. Because we want to use that wisely in this room here. Because now we're going to skip getting some keystones and opening this keystone door by doing some sentry jumps. You just position yourself right here on this this bridge. And do whoops, I missed my buttons. Right here. Do one sentry jump in the air. Double jump over here. And then climb up this wall. It's a little janky, so it's easier with Sticky. If you have Sticky, it's like that. And then jump over here. That's the best. And you want to do another sentry jump from here if you have enough energy. However, if you don't have enough energy and are here somehow, there's still a way to do this like this. You can do like a damage boost. This is much higher though on patch 3 right now. So I recommend having enough energy to get up here. And then we get another spirit light here. Alright. And now we make our way back to Alpha. Again, there's another ability on the way here. This is Regenerate. Also preference for this run, if you want to take it or not. I'm gonna get it for now. But if you feel like you need it, then take it with you. But if you feel comfortable without it, you don't really need to get it. Most of the time, there's no real boss fights in this run, or anything where you are very health dependent, where you can't just kill yourself and be full health again instantly. So I would say you really don't have to take it. And then we're gonna get over here and get Resilience. This is a shard you want to equip right here. Resilience makes you have less damage, which is really important for one of the next parts, or rather important, say. Whoops. Let me just teleport up there. Go over, and make sure to also have still 1 energy from before. So if you use 2 energy in Outstand to get up, you want to have 1 more still for this jump, because you want to do 1 right here to get over this gap. After this you should be at 0. So I'm gonna put myself at 0 now. You can do this quite nicely by activating the frog and doing a down slash on him. That's a quite advanced strat, I'd say. But it's a pretty cool time save. You can get it. You can get a life warp here if you are at low health. Mosquito spawns are random, so sometimes they fuck you up, sometimes they don't. There's another cutscene to skip, and you wanna get sentry jump up here, faster than just wall jumping. Then this cutscene. Currently this is QTM'd. Again, not sure if this is gonna be QTM'd in the future. But when you QTM, you get 1 energy back, and you can go up here, so you don't have to go the lower route. And get bow. So here we do get bow. Bow is mostly just used for this one room. So then you wanna equip bow and sentry jump up here. Make sure not to be killed by the mosquito. Sentry jump up here. Use your bow to activate this eye to get the keystone, or the eye stone, sorry. Make sure not to fall down here, and then do a sentry jump. Cancel it with the bow and try to get the double jump up there. If you land in here, you can still make it up with a double jump. Go high enough, do the bow, and then jump up. Should work. Not too hard. Another cutscene, we currently QTM. Very likely this is not gonna be QTM'd in the future. I'm not sure. So now we're gonna go into here, get some energy back from here, and this is going to be the first trick of the run, which will be linked in the description, marked as trick 1. And you see, I just buy however much shards I want, then I put them on, and it's called free shards and shop anywhere because you can move while shopping as well. I go more into how it works in the video, of course. Yeah. And this is another big trick that you would learn. There's another video in the description. That should be the second trick now. This is bow drop. Basically what you do is you pass the screen with your weapon wheel. On the first frame, the arrow goes off of the bow. Then we need to watch this cutscene here. And then there's the next trick. You need at least 3 health, or have also resilience. Resilience makes this easier. So you wanna jump into the water. You don't necessarily have the damage boost on the spikes first, but I do that now because you have longer invulnerability when you damage boost from the spikes first. Damage boost, 1 down left, down right, and 1 down. Then you reach a safe zone. 1 right, 1 down. That should be fine. And I got through. Bigger explanation will be in the comments for the second trick video. So watch that to learn the trick a little better. Then we go down. Do this lever. And afterwards, sentry jump up here again. If you QTM the cutscene, the enemy won't be there. And then we get dash. Dash is a really nice ability. So now that we have dash, we can dash around, which is really cool. And we go back up. We go back up again like we did before. You can use a sentry jump here. And also from dash, I would suggest equipping overcharge, because now I just wasted 1 energy. With overcharge, you use half the amount of the stuff you would use, the energy you would use. Then go back up here. You can do some extra sentry jumps where you think you could do some. I'm just gonna go up there. I think right now. Oh. Get hit. You don't really want to get hit here, because you want to have health for the next trick. So I'm gonna kill myself. Go back up. And for right here, you want to have overcharge disabled for sure. So have vitality, maybe vitality and resilience equipped. This is upswim. This is also in the second trick video, so I'm not gonna explain it too much. You wanna get up there like this. You basically get the same safe zone again, and then you get out of here. After that, you wanna just go over here, and now we're slowly heading to get out of the early game of the game. And now there's a bigger skip right here as well. I show it better in another video again. This is the Hornberg skip. You just want to do a sentry jump here. Skip this boss fight. But there is another video for that in the description. That would be trick free. Now we're starting to get bash right here, going down there. I want to say something about that real quick, because you could in theory skip bash, but I would not suggest doing that in the first runs. It's mostly easier to do the movement with dash, especially in Willow, and that's why I would suggest getting it. This tree cutscene is not QTMable, so you won't be able to do that any time. And then after this, later in the run, there is going to be an elevator where you fight Kowolks, and this is really hard without bash. That's why I would suggest getting bash, even though you won't be having to get bash in later routes. So I would suggest in my routes how I have laid it out. So you get bash in this route for now, and then the second route where you would start doing elevator skip, where you wouldn't fight the Kowolks anymore, to also skip bash. So the second route would definitely save a lot of time. But for now, if you just want to do a run and learn the stuff from this route and get a little bit of the hang of the game, I would say you should get bash and not do elevator skip yet. Because doing the elevator without bash is rather hard, and I would not recommend doing that. For this you can do a few sword slashes in the air. I like to do just 4, so I can do 3 of these 4 in, then skip the cutscene here. I do that because there's a little slow walk in front of the cutscene. You want to avoid going that slow. You can skip this cutscene by doing a rather tricky cutscene skip. You don't have to do it for now, but if you want to learn it, ask in the Discord. It's gonna be explained better there. After this, you want to jump up here. Preferably not get the Spirit Light, because then you get a pickup cutscene and do Silent Clip. Silent Clip, explained in another video below. That should be now trick 5 as far as I know. And after you clip, you want to preferably double jump instantly and go over here. But all of this is explained better in the other video. So this is how we skip the swim right now. Another cutscene skip here that's possible. Ask in the Discord for this one. You would jump up like this and try to skip the cutscene. Rather too hard right now. I wouldn't focus on that. And then we go on in Silent Woods. Go over here. You can dash, jump, dash to skip this as well. Jump onto this. Make sure the bubble is still there. If not, you can save yourself if you're good enough at some center jumps. I might be a little bit too good. That looked a little bit easy, but you would go up to this. Can down slash this one and reset your dash if you want to look fancy. Then center jump up here. Get the next keystone and open the next key door. Get the energy here. I just can't skip this slow walk because there's a little cutscene right here. If you just sentry jump and then do a little dash or 2 dashes if you get 2 in. Alright. Now we go on here. There's a big cutscene skip for this, which is called Coup Skip, which is rather hard. Probably something you won't do in your first runs. So just walk into this cutscene and watch the cutscene. I think you can queue damage. Let's try it out. I'm not sure. No, you can't, so you actually have to watch the cutscene. Sorry. I'm gonna skip it a little bit. It's this adorable cutscene. And then we convert into this Coup card, where you play with Coup. Of course, when you do Coup Skip, you would not play with Coup here. That makes this part especially a little bit harder because you would have to do some extra sentry jumps. But for now, if you're playing without Coup Skip, yeah, that's nothing you would have to focus on in your first few runs. And you just get the keystones here and destroy this guy without taking damage like I did. Get all the keystones. Oh wow. We need the guy. I'm sorry. I don't play this often. Guy respawned. Need to get him down here to open up this wall. Oops. Get the 4th keystone. And we can just glide over here. And get back up again. Then there will be a little cutscene. Skip it as much as I can. And then we just open the key door. If you do Coup Skip, you would have to do another Out of Bounds clip to skip this door. So that'd be another thing you would have to learn if you would be doing Coup Skip. But I would not focus on that in your first runs. You can just get Coup for now. And once you feel comfortable with the tricks in this run, you might be thinking after learning the tricks in this run, you're comfortable enough to not get bash, not get generate, and not and even do Coup Skip maybe. Sorry. Shoot this. Get up here. Because it will save you a lot of time once you do it. You just navigate through these cutscenes. Can I jump up here? Yes, I can. And the cutscene, I'm gonna fast forward it. Save some time here for us. You can do a little skip here if you do this. If you fly against this, you can jump onto the rock instantly. Short cutscene. And then there's this teleporter. I'm gonna go up here. And if we would do Coup Skip, would be here without Coup. And we would want to skip this cutscene as well. So you see, there's a lot going to Coup Skip because you would have to do this whole area without Coup, which is kind of tricky and takes some time to learn. So if you want to focus on the other tricks in this run for now, you don't have to do it. Then there's this slow walk thing. Go over like this. You can skip this platform, doing a nice double jump. Then there's this cutscene. Skip it as well. then there's another one right after. You just want to go back. Go back to the left. Either you have bash or you don't. There's a little cutscene. Scroll past it. Okay. Still want to make sure to skip this cutscene. The boss can still be activated. So either bash off of this, or do a sentry jump and jump over to the vine. And either bash or dash here to get to this teleporter, to then teleport back to here. So you see, all of this movement would also be saved with Q-skip, so a lot of time to be saved with Q-skip. But again, you don't want to do it in your first runs. You don't have to. This is why this route exists. This is why I made this video. Because now is the biggest beginner crusher in the whole game. It's feeding ground skip. This skip allows you to skip basically the whole game. You don't have to commit any wisps because of this skip. So this skip is absolutely required, and this is going to be what you have to learn for this run the most. It involves you getting at least one perfect, or you don't have to get perfect sentry jumps, but you have to get good sentry jumps. I'm gonna show it here, but again, there's another video in the description. Trick 6 would that be, to watch the video, to have it explained more. So then you get the cutscene, and you slide up the wall, slide up to the ceiling and end up out of bounds. You can just walk over here, and conveniently there's a safe trigger, which makes you go past this burrow wall, which means you don't have to get burrow at all, and you don't have to do this whole cat and mouse sequence. You can just go on and play the game. So now we get to the elevator here. You just activate the elevator by pulling the lever. And now, again, I've talked about this before. This is the part where you want to have bash to fight these enemies. Because it's way harder without bash. Sorry, I don't have double jump right now. You can double jump to cancel your sword combo and to start another one instantly. So that's how I fight these guys in the top. And for these ones with the shields, just bash behind them and kill them like that. So that's really not that hard with bash, but without bash it's almost impossible and really hard, and that would probably destroy your run. So that's why I think you shouldn't be getting bash until you do elevator skip. Of course you could fight them without bash, though I don't recommend that, like I said. I would keep that for the next round. Go through this puzzle. You can reset your dash by attacking one of these guys. And then we get launch. Now with launch and bash, or without bash, we can do some movement here to get up here. Dash and launch really give you a lot of movement options, which makes it really easy to go through all of these next areas. I like to just sentry jump the first one here. Oops, fail miserably. Do a launch here. Launch over there. You can do a little launch walk. If you jump, hold left and do a launch onto the ground. That's called a Terra Walk. You can really get a nice one here. To little bitty speed up the process of getting into this. And then there's another cutscene you want to skip by just Q-tamming. Then, right here, I would suggest either having overcharge off or on, how you feel like. If you need sentry jumps a lot, you want to have overcharge on, but if you're scared of dying, probably not on. You have to decide on your own mostly, I guess. So then, I sentry jump up here. Then go up here. So I'm showing you what movement would look like without bash. It's really nice that you can dash through these laser enemies. If you didn't know that, you can just do a sword slash and then dash through them like I did. Right here you can do a quick kill yourself after getting that safe to refresh your health and energy. You want to go through this portal. Now, either go through this portal, or a little cool trick you can do is when you launch over here, this laser doesn't have a hitbox down here, so you can just jump into this, walk over, and then launch against this. Of course, you can implement movement yourself, how you think would be best. And go up here. From here you do Willow skip, which is the 7th trick of this run, which is rather hard. And will save you the whole Willow, because you can just go out of bounds and do this. So the full explanation video, again, in the description. If you want to learn this, it's really not that hard of a clip. This out of bounds movement may seem rather hard. The good thing about it, it's not risky at all. So once you clipped, it's really easy to just do the out of bounds movement. Right here, there's another slow walk. If you have some energy left, just do a sentry jump, dash, launch, dash. Skip the cutscene. If you don't have energy, I suggest just doing a dash, jump, dash into launch. Get over here pretty quickly. And after this, there's the last skip of the run, which is Shriek Skip. Shriek Skip is the 8th video in the description, which is there explained better. I'm gonna try to do it right here. Just go over that barrier with some sword launches. Enter the Willow again. Launch down here. Down here. Preferably not die. To be quick, I guess. Can damage boost through the lasers if you're feeling confident enough. Go through this portal. Down here. Make sure you don't die. Skip the cutscene again, because when you re-enter Willow, there's gonna be the cutscene again. I sentry jump back up, launch, launch, and then you just wanna go on to this teleporter and teleport to the upper one. And after you teleported, magic happens. Shriek magically. Ta-dam. Dies. This is Shriek Skip, which is like a minute long. If you can do it fast. This is probably faster than a normal fight. a good chunk faster. And there's another thread which is used in World Record runs now and top runs, but that's much harder and something you would do later on, so that's included in later runs. I hope this guide helped. After the ending cutscene, of course, I'm just gonna skip through it. There's another thing I want to say. Depends on if you're in patch 2 or patch 3. Ori doesn't stand up by itself in patch 3 by just holding right. In patch 2 you can just hold right and Ori stands up and starts going. But in patch 3 you would have to press jump. So if you're playing on patch 3, make sure that you jump. I really hope this guide was helpful and you could learn something from that. I would say you can get to at least like 40 minutes, under 40 minutes with this for sure. Can probably get sub 30 minutes with this route as well. Though I would suggest once you feel comfortable with the route and with where you need to go and feel like you are not if you feel like you don't have too much to worry about anymore, it's just about saving time. Don't be scared about checking out the next route, which has elevator skip, which then also skips bash, which gets a lot of time save, but it's a really hard skip, so you would have to focus your time on that. And also skip, which is also gonna save you a lot of time. So I would say make sure you feel comfortable and have a good overview of the run, and then you can move on or implement the tricks that you want to implement however you want to do it. This is just a route suggestion. So yeah, I really hope it helped, and thanks for watching. Bye.